Yeah, hit the likes and subs. Oh, yeah, they're in full coat mode right now. That's right.
Good day, good morning. Great to be here. Welcome to the show, everybody. God bless you all. Thank you for stopping by. We got a great crowd tonight. Look at that. We got Rich 33333, Sawyer's Stash, Lotta Tabor. We got some heavy hitters today. God bless you all. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you're all having a great start to your week. I know I am. It's been wonderful so far. It's been really wonderful. Life's good, man. Life's real great. I really been enjoying the last few days. Enjoyed the weekend, and I've just kind of embraced the mentality of some things just feel good to say. You know, that's the world we live in. Things just. It just feels good to say certain things on a simple level, on a complex level, and I don't think I'm alone. I think that's the world we're in today. In particular, I think everyone is in the same boat I am, and we're not on the friendship boat. We're not all friends, but it started when I saw this clip. I'm sure you might have saw it too of Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, that demonically possessed pop star who sings terrible songs. She was accepting some award, and she said, and I've heard this line before, no one is illegal on stolen land. And initially, when I hear a retard talk, that shit goes right over my head. I don't even think twice about it. I'm like, what? Oh, that phrase again. That phrase again. And then I saw other people connecting dots I wasn't connecting. And they're like, hey, this idiot also believes no borders. Borders shouldn't be policed. How can you be an illegal in a world where there's no borders? That doesn't make any damn sense. I'm like, oh, shit, that really doesn't. These people are retarded. How can nobody be illegal on stolen land, but also simultaneously there's no such thing as borders? If there's no borders, nobody's stealing anything. That's all retarded. Yeah. Glad other people are catching on, helping me catch on. Because I heard that. It was like, you know what? I tune it out. I'm on the feels good to say, every other things feel good to say. For people on the right, dude, they love the word retard. They love the word. So a lot of people like the word faggot. I don't know why people like that word. I grew up with it. I like it amongst my friends. I like it. I call my friends that I grew up with in high school and junior high. And those words feel good to say. And then, the world tries to make you feel bad, like, oh, you shouldn't feel good saying that. You shouldn't feel good saying those words. That's homophobic. That's ableist. You shouldn't say those words. It hurts people's feelings. It never hurt my feelings. I've been called all those things. And it never bothered me. Never bothered me once. But other people have been hurt. I'm sure some people have been hurt by the word stupid. I bet more people have been hurt by the word stupid than the word retard. It's like, what are you talking about? Are we just going to start telling people they can't say words because they hurt people's feelings? But some words feel good to say. Other things feel good to say. And I think, that's like what these protests are. People are just saying things because they feel good to say. Everything's about vibes these days. People talk about vibes. Oh, the vibes. It's a feel good vibe society. Feels good to say vibe society. And I think that's where. And if you even look in the black culture, for some reason, for them, and I don't pretend to understand because I'm obviously white. But the N-word feels good for the black people to say, right? But if someone of the opposite color, particularly if you're white, if a white person says it, the feel good vibes go away. They go away quick, and then it's a feels bad moment. It feels bad. They don't like it. But if you're in that culture, saying the N-word, it feels good. If you're a black person, it feels good to say it. Feels good. Like how neighbor feels good to say if you're white. Hey, hello, neighbor. Hey, neighbor. Those are feel good moments, feel good words. And I wonder if it's always been like that. I don't know. And people are, a lot of people are like, I think people, it feels good when people tell other people, shit that they already know maybe, or they pretend to say something that's like profound. I'm speaking for myself. I hear people say, these life is different, but life is so different today. These times are so different than they used to be. Like politically speaking, I don't think things are that different. I think it's chaos, turmoil politically. It kind of feels like it's always been that. Maybe people were more copacetic about things at times. But, in general, I think America's had a pretty rocky history. I think Democrats and conservatives, Republicans, have, for the most part, in general, they always haven't. They've never really liked each other. for different reasons and different times. But now, we got the big difference today, if anything, is just the severe rise in mental illness, and the increased prescription of drugs people are on. The amount of drugs people are on are absolutely crazy. Just a high amount of drug use, legal drug use, prescribed drug use, and I think that's unusual. And I think it's changed a lot of people in ways we can't understand. It's a different world, but relatively it's the same world. You know what I mean? Same world. It's like when people say in real life, or in the real world. Wait till you're in the real world. It's like, motherfucker, what are you talking about in the real world, dude? Where do you think I go when I step outside? You think my house or my apartment is a simulation? You think this is a damn simulation I'm in all the time? Or I'm only in the real world sometimes? What is this? Shout out, we got a great chat. We got a great chat this morning. Look at this. We got Are We Not Mad, Moldy, Apple, Melaforta. Good to see you all. Joe Moore. Yeah, pharmaceuticals. The internet and tech changed the way our brains work. They absolutely did. They did, man. Establishment just had better mask. Yeah. Out in these streets. Yeah, some people really be out in these streets, man. I think the real world's probably different for different people, I guess. But I hated when people would tell me in college, wait till you get to the real world. Wait till you get to the real world. I'm like, what are you talking about? Get to the real world. Oh, man, I'm in the real world now, I guess. Still feel like I'm the same person, though. I was told a long time ago by my parents, like, well, I still feel like I'm the same person, even though I'm 70 years old. I still feel like I'm the same person I was when I was 40 and 30. And I still kind of feel like the same person. I just look back every year and be like, holy shit, I was so retarded last year. And the year before that. And the year before that. What the hell was I thinking in my 20s and teens? The only time I was like I was normal when I was maybe just a child. I had childlike thoughts. And everything seemed normal. Everything seemed cool. But, things feel good to say. Feels, and we've created in some sense, a society where, for white people, they're compelled to say, I have white guilt, I have white privilege. And they're told if they say those things, they're going to feel good about it. Just accept it. Feels good. And you're going to feel bad if you say anything else, because you're going to feel bad because we're going to call you a bigot, a white supremacist, a racist, a Nazi, and all those things are going to be true because I say it's so. And then they had the feel bad words, dude. We have all these feel bad words. Eventually you use the feel bad words enough, they don't mean a damn thing anymore. They don't mean anything. You call someone a racist now, like they're like, oh, okay, sure, bud. You call someone anti-Semitic, they're like, oh, whatever, dude. I mean, the words mean nothing. A lot of these pejoratives mean absolutely nothing nowadays. Oh, look at this. We got some dang old YouTube royalty here. Shout out London Man, the real hello listener. God, we got Metal Stalfos. Did we heavy hitters today? Some big dogs, dude. God bless you. Hopefully you guys are having a great morning. It's kind of early if you're on the Pacific Coast, dude. Holy smokes. What time are you waking up, dude? Put me to shame, dude. Oh, man. So, like, we got feels bad that, just this whole idea where, people feel like it's their position to make you feel bad. You got to feel bad about things. You know what you should feel bad about? Having private property because you're on stolen land. You need to feel bad about that. You need to feel bad for creating Western civilization because you made some mistakes along the way. I know you created one of the best countries to ever live in, but honestly, you should feel pretty shitty about it. I know white people were the first organized civilization to outright ban slavery. I know white people were the first ones to do that, but you guys need to feel really bad about all the slavery you participated in. Need to feel bad about that. Doesn't matter you abolished it. Hey, white people, I know you gave women the right to vote, but damn it, you need to feel bad for the way you've treated them. Can't believe you were keeping women in the house on the western front of America when there were Native Americans, bears, wolves, coyotes, all kinds of dangers in the wild. How were you not putting women to work? Keeping them at home raising children. Unacceptable. Women should have been out there working. What were you doing? You got to feel bad about that. Your ancestors were not good people. And people feel good when they tell other people that. It's weird, like you're supposed to feel good by putting people down. You're supposed to feel good. That's where conspiracies are too. The conspiracies are like a feels good thing as well. Like when you could tell someone you know something. Hey man, like it's weird. Like you're seeing all the feels good moments too in the conspiracy circle with all this Epstein files drops, and people are like, oh man, it feels so good to know there's an international child human trafficking sex ring going on, and the elites are all corrupt. They're, like the conspiracy people are the absolute feels good moment right now. I don't know how long it's gonna last. And it's weird, like it's not taking, all like there's protests. If one person gets shot and the streets are filled, right? One person gets kneed on and overdoses on drugs, gets killed. Streets, riots, politicians, celebrities are all connected to an international human sex trafficking ring. No one's doing anything. They're just like talking about it on the internet. It's just talking about it. Like, did you see this? Did you see this? Look at this. Says Bill Gates. Says, what else does it say? Look at these pictures. Anyways, I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow. Don't have time to protest. Did you see it? It says got Bill Clinton in here. Look at all these celebrities. Anyways, did you watch the Grammys and Oscars? Ooh. Some people are on the right side, dude. It's crazy. Like you got Nicki Minaj. She's coming out. She's like attacking the elites. She's attacking Jay-Z. Jay-Z's deleting his whole Instagram. He's connected. Jay-Z's connected to the Epstein files, Corrupt. Absolutely corrupt. And he's in charge of somehow, this guy's connected to the Super Bowl. He's in charge of the halftime Super Bowl. All these right-wing Americans are now aware that Jay-Z allegedly is connected to the international, global, potentially Mossad, CIA, blackmail operation. Jay-Z's connected. He's picked Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. And people they're just like, why isn't he fired yet? People are like, guess Jay-Z is a pervert and Nicki Minaj is calling him out, but where's the pressure? Where's the pressure on this man, Why isn't he resigning? Why isn't he stepping down? Why isn't the NFL distancing themselves from him? Why aren't more things happening, right? One person, two people die in Minnesota, the whole state collapses. Everyone has a fucking meltdown. Meanwhile, we're all just standing around and people are standing around with their hands in their pocket about Jay-Z. Well, I guess we'll still keep Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl and Jay-Z can still be in charge of the event. That's crazy. I'm like, more people aren't doing stuff about it. I mean, what are they supposed to do? I don't know. Like, what are you supposed to go protest for the fucking side? It's so stupid. I mean, the problem is the people on the right all have jobs. Like they they can't take a day off. They can't take. What are they gonna do? Hey, boss, I'd like to take tomorrow off so I can go to the Epstein protest tomorrow, please. Oh, you can't let me off too short notice. You need 2 weeks. Well, I didn't know they were gonna release the Epstein files. No. All right, I'll come into work tomorrow. Fuck. Yeah, and all the people on the right they're in an absolute feels good to say moment. Feels good to say they were right. Nothing feels better than being right, you know. And then in the emails, I remember. I should reach out a little bit, dude. I got freaking icons here. The island of Great Britain for the Scotty, British, and the Wales. Yeah, I agree, Chris. 100%. Just have a 20-minute prologue for the halftime show. Yeah, put people to sleep. I'm a hypnotist. I'll put you to sleep, but I don't even really hypnotize you. They're hiding in multi-million-dollar mansions. Everyone's hiding. Rip, don't tell me what to do. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. But they're right in a feels-good moment because they were right about this, and they're also right about what was that called? Pizzagate. They were right about the Pizzagate stuff. Apparently, in these emails, the word pizza is used tons of times. I don't know. It's used a lot. And these psychotic elites are talking about pizza, talking about sharing a slice of pizza. They're just, they're absolutely corrupt. I mean, how many other words, too, do they have that we don't know that they're, like, I don't know how many pages of Epstein files there are, but they probably have more code words. Some we don't understand, some we haven't figured out. And, it's all right. Even when they're hiding all this shit. They're hiding shit inside of it. It's like a cipher. They got ciphers and ciphers. But the Pizzagate people, they're in a feels good moment. They're in a told you so moment. Oh, the told you so crowds they got so many victories right now. So many victories. And it's not like, as a I would say explicitly former conspiracy theorist, I was aware of Pizzagate, and I heard about all this, elite human trafficking stuff. And, once you find out about it too, like or you hear about it or you're aware about it, there's really, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. But I guess people did have an opportunity to do something recently, which was pressure the Congress, pressure the president to release it. That's like the most people did. They were like, okay, now we're aware of it. But they had to wait till there was like a certain a metric of people, a certain catalyst. What's the word? Threshold. There was a threshold of people who eventually were like, okay, too many people know about this. Too many people are talking about this. Even the right and even the left. The left wants it out. The right wants it out. Now we gotta release the folders. We gotta tell people, and we still can't release all of them. Can't release all of it. But you can know these things, and on some level, like, what are you gonna do about it? And right now, what are people even gonna do about it now? It looks like the folders got released. Nothing's being done about some of these people in the folders, in the files. Like I said, Jay-Z's still there. There's other people in there who are implicated, who are associated. They redacted so many people. Like, what are we redacting them for? For their safety? Oh, because there's still ongoing investigations, prosecutions. We got to keep the names redacted. But a big win for the conspiracy theorists. Big win. And a lot of Americans just going on about their day. And it's weird, like, how many people have probably died? How many people have been abused? Way more than anybody who's been hurt by ICE. Way more. And there's no protest. These people on the left, they don't really give a shit about anything. They're just virtue signaling. If they really cared about abuse and human suffering, they'd be like, let's also, while we're going to protest ICE here, let's hand out these Jeffrey Epstein and Jay-Z. Let's be equal over here with the things we're upset about. Let's be equal. Let's be considerate. Let's be upset about everything, not just one thing. That's where I like. If you're gonna be upset about all the atrocities. Please have little in your protests. Have a group with the ICE signs. Have a group with the Jew signs. Have a group with the Epstein signs. All the things you're upset about. Just why don't we just do a more inclusive protest so we can really get the message across? It's just all about ICE. And then there are no other protests in America. That's it, dude. That's it. Nothing good. Nobody's protesting taxes. I like our inflation. Inflation's still way too damn high. I'll tell you that much, dude. I went to the grocery store yesterday and I was like, what the fuck? $290, dude. What the hell did I buy? I'm looking in my cart. Like, none of this makes sense. What did I do? Hot Wheels cars are $2. Should be like $1. What's happening to America? Oh no. People should be protesting that. We protest the wrong things. And it is what it is. Ooh. But things feel good to say. They just feel good to say. It feels good even if you're wrong or maybe you think you're right. When it feels good society, dude. Feels good. Where am I at, dude? 26 minutes. But other than that, I've been enjoying the world, been enjoying the day. Been looking for my thoughts. Haven't been finding much, just to be honest. I always, I put the phone down and I wait, like something magical will happen. Like I'm 2 hours without my phone and I'm like waiting for original thoughts. I'm waiting for something and I don't get anything. I feel like I've deluded myself into believing I used to have really cool thoughts or original thoughts. Like I remember before I had a phone on me all the time, before I was severely addicted to a screen, I probably had some really cool thoughts. And I put the phone down, look at the clock, it's only been 10 minutes, feels like an hour. Look at the clock again, it's been 30 minutes, feels like 2 hours. I'm like, where are my thoughts? What am I... Why can't I have any cool thoughts, man? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I went on a long drive in Utah. I went to a city called Beaver, Utah. Had to run an errand, which was not pleasant. It's a long drive, but there's a joke in Utah. A lot of people's favorite part of Utah is the Fillmore Beaver area. I don't know if you guys have been in the Fillmore Beaver area. It's Fillmore, then it's Beaver. And these are like still small town America. Like if you want to live like you're in the 1980s in America, that's where you live. You live in the Fillmore Beaver area of Utah. And they got one street. They don't even got Walmarts. They got these like mom and pa restaurants, a couple gas stations with a Burger King attached to it. And, quiet streets, people riding four-wheelers. You're like, geez, this feels nice to be out here. Too bad there's not a fucking job in, anywhere around here. How do these people make a living? What do these people do to live in the Fillmore Beaver area? What kind of life do these people have? What are their jobs? What do they do? I still don't know, man. I was driving through the town. I was so confused. Like, there's nothing here. There's a couple tractor stores. I guess some of them are farmers, but not enough. But I was nostalgic for something. I felt something I haven't felt in a while. I was looking around like, damn. Look at this homogenous, cohesive community, untouched. No new building. Like everything's old, kind of, from the 80s, from the 90s, maybe. Just people being people. White picket fences. A lot of houses with no fences because everybody knows each other here. Sure, the crime rate's extremely low. And I was like, I hope this place doesn't change in 30 years because I'm going to move here when I'm old. This is my future, the Fillmore Beaver area of Utah. I'm moving here. Because when I'm old, I don't want to do anything anyways. I want to just be in a quiet suburb. I want to feel like I'm back in the fucking 80s. I hope we don't bring a bunch of refugees here and build in this part of Utah. Please stay a secret. Please stay a secret. Please don't bring industry here. They don't need jobs. They don't, whatever they're doing here, it's good enough. And I wonder how many other towns like that are in America that you can go to and they're just quiet, somehow self-sustaining. There's no immigrants. There's no foreign population for the most part. I don't know if that's true about the Fillmore Beaver area. I'll have to look at the demographics. But I was jealous, dude. Because where I live in Utah Valley, Provo, everywhere, it's disgusting. Everywhere you look. New apartment buildings, condos. Townhome. House with no backyard. Like, ugh. Sick. Sickening. Buildings. We have some cities in Utah that are basically just suburbia. They don't even, they barely even have a Walmart. It's just rows and rows of houses. And it's gotten so bad. It's since the pandemic, all these Californians have moved here. That's one of the reasons why Utah is becoming more liberal. They brought all the tech oligarchs here. There's a place in Utah called the Point of the Mountain. And that's what it used to be called, the Point of the Mountain. It's like the halfway between Salt Lake City and the southern part of the middle of Utah. And when I was a kid growing up, the whole area was just empty. It was empty. And now it's sprawling with tech businesses, tons of houses. And, Utah's changed. It's gone. It's a different world. I wonder, I've traveled enough. But Utah is one of these weird places where there was just tons of land. There's so much land here. In other places, like if you go back out east, they already built everything. You go to New York, they found all the land and they built on it 100 years ago. And then as far as you go out west, there's just more and more and more land. So there's tons more land in Utah to build on. That's kind of the scary thing is like people are like, well, we got so much land here. Why don't we just keep inviting people to live here? Mormons. Utah's losing its Mormon thing. It might be good. Some people think, well, after I saw the Mormons were included in the Epstein documents. The Mormons were a part of it. For some reason, Mormon blood is good blood. I have no clue about it. If you guys have seen that. Can I keep you entertained until I'm 67? Sure, I'll do my best, dude. 30-foot Bill Hicks. Shout out Bill Hicks, dude. Shout out Bill Hicks. We got a great crowd. Shout out Buddy Boot. Are we not men? What's up, Blood Logos? But apparently Mormon blood is, I don't know what they want Mormon blood for in the Epstein files. Apparently, the elder Monson, it's funny here. I mean, that's how I think you say it. Oh, not an elder, prophet. There's a prophet, Monson. He was he associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently, like one of the popes associated with Epstein. And you realize, like, damn, dude, shit really is corrupt, dude. Shit really is bad out here. It's I saw the stuff about the Catholic Church, saw the stuff about the Mormon Church. It's like shit. Where'd all the good people go? Corrupt individuals. The Mormon one, Mormons have they're like the Catholic Church, dude. Both of them are associated with sex abuse scandals. And then that's what people think about the church. You know, I mean, I think most Catholics are good. I think there's a large number of probably good Catholic priests, but everyone now, they think about a Catholic priest, they're like, oh, he probably is not a good guy. And now the Mormons are joining the Catholic ranks where they like, you know, they think about the Mormon bishops and they think about the Mormon upper ranks, you know, the elders quorum, the prophet. Now, well, probably some of them aren't good people. You know what I mean? If one of them's connected and he's at the top, other people knew those secrets too. And the people who know those secrets are probably in power. And it goes down, it goes down. And once you get that stain on you, I don't think the stain comes off, right? I don't think the stain that's on the Catholic Church can be washed off. I don't think the stains on the Mormon Church can be washed off. There's nothing you could do. And then the Orthodox are sitting over there, like I don't think the Orthodox Christians were mentioned. The Epstein files, they're sitting pretty. They're sitting pretty. I'm sure they have like their fair share of scandals that are isolated, but that's not what nobody thinks about the Christian Orthodox Church and thinks of scandals. But now the Mormon Church, people think a lot of negative things about the Mormon Church, the Latter-day Saints. It makes sense, which is bad, dude. It's bad for the reputation of Mormons, and it sucks. Sucks for the state. Sucks for, in general, the people who are Mormons, who are Latter-day Saints. Because who wants to be associated with the Epstein list? Who wants to be tied to it? I mean, the Mormon blood thing is something. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, whoa. Are Mormons special? Is there something good I don't know about? This Mormon blood thing? Are we genetic? Are some Mormons genetically superior? What is this? Or was it what are these vampires? Are they vampires, dude? How real are vampires? Now, I know actually know some people. You probably have seen the name. One of the people I know, I didn't know this till, I don't know if I've shared this, but that Brian Johnson guy, I don't know if you know the Brian Johnson guy. I don't know him personally, but I know people in his family. He's trying to stay alive forever, and he takes blood infusions of his younger children. So he takes his younger children's blood, and he puts it in his body. That's like a vampire to me. But is Mormon? Is that what they're doing with the Epstein? They're looking for Mormon blood. Because Mormon blood is untapped, untainted with drugs, with STDs. It's just a cleaner blood. They want that Mormon blood so they can do their blood transfusions and stay alive longer. Excuse me. That's weird, dude. We really are getting into vampires are real territory. People want, I'm sure they want to harvest the youngest blood possible. This is where child sacrificing comes in, where they're just, they're probably sacrificing children and draining their bodies like vampires for their blood, for the stem cells and all the other crazy things, and then using that to stay alive. Absolutely horrifying. It's sickening, vampire, and when did they figure this out? Where was it? When did the elites figure out that if you drank blood somehow, maybe that's what they used to do. They really drank it. That they would stay alive or they felt rejuvenated. But how would they know? What if you drank the wrong blood? I know there's different blood types. There's got to be, there's got to be a lot of mistakes made along the way and things they couldn't have known. But if you live in certain areas, maybe everybody has the same blood type. I have no clue. I'm not a scientist. Adrenochrome. Yeah, adrenochrome is part of it. It's a sick and disgusting world. Meanwhile, I got kids, and it's always, I got this like Halloween sound book. They still like it for some reason. Like, Halloween's over, dude. But they have questions. They ask questions about vampires, and some of the questions are hard. I'm not a horror film buff. I don't know a lot about vampires. My kid's like, how are vampires dead but alive? I'm like, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever watched a movie where they answered that. They're dead because they got bit by a vampire and it killed them, but they're alive because they're kind of like a zombie. I know it doesn't make any sense, but they're not even real, so don't worry about it. And meanwhile, this Epstein stuff is going on. I'm like, duh, but the vampires are real. I don't want to frighten my kid. There are real vampires out there. And they really do all the things in the children's books of like what are they called? Grimm's tales, like all the horror, like the stories of children being whisked away, kidnapped. All that stuff's real, dude. Monsters are absolutely real, and that's the craziest part about our world. But, the real monsters are humans. They're humans, but we're like, you know what? They're werewolves. They're vampires. They're underwater sea creatures. They're witches. And, witches are real, too. That's the craziest thing. Like, witches are real. All of that stuff. When you're a kid, it's all fake. And then even your parents tell you it's fake. And then, today, the current era, current timeline, you come to find out it's all real. You're like, what the hell? You're when you're young, aliens aren't real. You get older, well, aliens are real. And also they might be demons. We're not quite sure. Like, damn. Santa Claus, aliens, demons, monsters. What kind of fucked up world are we living in? This is nuts. But when you're a kid, dude, you gotta, it makes sense. Makes sense. That's why I tell my kids, there's really monsters out there in the world, but they're humans. There's bad people. You just got to be careful. There's bad people out there. People lie. That's the other thing, teaching people about. Like, there's people who lie. Lying is one of the craziest things in the world, I think. People who figure it out. They figure out how to lie. And children figure out how to lie. And then they practice lying on you. You're like, what the fuck? I know you're lying. What are you doing? It's so obvious. And then some people get good at it. They get good at lying. And for me, like lying, and stealing and all that for me doesn't feel good on my soul. But for other people, it's like drinking water. They can just do it, They don't lose an ounce of sleep about lying. It doesn't bother them a bit. And those are the real, the real monsters, I think, are the ones who just get comfortable lying and they become good at it. It's like a skill set. And they lie with a straight face. They lie, but their lie is a good lie. It's embellished with the truth. It's ornated with stories that could be verified. But at the kernel of what they're saying, 100% a lie. And they become excellent liars, excellent storytellers. That's horrifying, dude. The people who are good at terrible things. Frightening. What a frightening skill lying is. You could get good at it, too. I remember when I lied as a kid about stupid things. Like, oh, I met Adam Sandler over the weekend. Like my friend. No, you didn't. Like, damn it. No, I really did. Lie about dumb shit. To be cool, yeah, well, I'm not a good liar, so I'm just going to stop. But other people, they lie. They're the real monsters in this world. Politicians are the best at it. Lying to one or two people, that's probably difficult. Probably does something to your soul, but lying to millions of people, that's a different kind of talent. That's a different kind of skill set. You can just look into a camera, look into an arena full of people and just bullshit them. You're not going to have any income tax pretty soon. You're like, when is that going to happen again? Was that a lie or what was that, Mr. Trump? Still waiting for the no income tax. I hope it's not a lie. It's a delayed truth. It's not a lie. It's a delayed truth. It'll be true one day, but just not right now. I can't do it. Then we got different words for lies, like a white lie, a lie of omission. Some people can lie just by not telling you anything. What a skill set. Shout out to Daninsky. Is Provo Fresh a flat earther? No, it's a werewolf bar mitzvah. How is EFT dead yet alive? That's a good question. God bless EFT. Hopefully he's doing well. I told my kids the truth about witches. Yeah, I told my kids witches somewhat real. There are people who do believe in magic, and there are people who kidnap kids. Whenever I go to Walmart, oh, you out of here, Bill? God bless you, buddy. Have a great day, dude. Or you're going to bed probably. I don't know what you're doing. Down under. It's weird when you actually work with these people. Ooh. He promised a check this year. You'll get a check, Marilyn. Good to see you. Shout out, hello. Great crowd tonight. What was I just saying? Oh, a lie of omission. People could just lie by not telling you anything. Those are some of the craziest lies. Where they don't tell the lie, they just don't say anything. And in Congress, people when they go testify before Congress, they have a certain script they read, which is, I don't recall that. Like, that's a fucking lie. Sorry, Senator, I don't recall that meeting. Sorry, Senator, I don't recall those events. I do not recall. What a great way to avoid a lie. It's just not coming to me. Sorry. Yeah, can't recall that. Might or might not have happened. Not too sure. I'll have to check with my staff and send you whatever we have. We'll answer that after this. And some of these things are just a spectacle, like the testimonies before Congress. Like once they figured out the "I don't recall" phrase, it was all a show. People should be forced. There should be some type of this is probably what will happen in the future. They attach people to some AI, and the AI's got like a cap on your head. And the senator will ask them a question, and they'll say, "I do not recall," and the machine will say, "He's lying. He does recall. I've located the memory, sir." And they just they force you to tell the truth. And sometimes the truth isn't maybe meant for people. I think about that sometimes. Like, say, I do want my government to lie to me. Like, if the world was going to end in a year, don't tell me that. Don't tell anybody. If you know there's going to be a cataclysmic event in 1 year, please keep that shit to yourself. I don't want to deal with people going absolutely batshit crazy around me, running around, flapping their gums, stealing, killing, committing horrific crimes because the world's going to end. Sometimes you're like, yes, okay, maybe lying is all right, or omitting what you know is okay. Some people want to know everything about the government. They want the government to tell them everything. Like, I don't want to know when the world's going to end. Please don't tell me. Don't tell anybody. It's a bad idea. Because people really would go crazy. 100%. I mean, if they told you the world was going to end in a year, like, no one's going to work. No one's paying rent. It's just a free-for-all. It'd be madness. That'd be the worst thing to happen. They could know an asteroid's coming right towards Earth. They'd find it. They wouldn't tell anybody. And some dinkus astronomers like, oh, look at that. Looks like that rock's heading right towards us. I better make a Twitter post. Better make an X post. Government has to acknowledge it. Yes, does look like there's an asteroid the size of the Empire State Building heading right towards us. It's going to be devastating. We've already built bunkers. If you are one of the few lucky people, you get a text message and there'll be troops shortly to your house to escort you to the bunker. I don't know if I'd want to be in a bunker at the end of the world. Like, I want to be on top. Suffocating in a bunker would suck. Claustrophobic, dude. I'd want to see the world. But, things feel good. It's weird how, lying feels good for some people. Feels good for them to say lies because they get the duper's delight, They're like a jester, and they tricked people. And it feels good. Doing it's weird how for some people, doing bad things feels good. Saying bad things can feel good. Humans are funny. But what do you guys say over here, dude? What, dang. Oh, they got it, Mela. But they aren't using it on their own. Truth serum as that would level us out. A truth serum. Oof. I don't want one of those. I don't want one of those. I was thinking about all this, like, do I lie to my children? I'm like, oh, well, telling them vampires aren't real, that's kind of like a lie. I'll just wait till they get older. The truth is on delay. It's a delayed truth. I'll tell you the truth in a moment when you grow up. I built a house for a billionaire a few years ago, and Trump came over. It's weird. Damn. That's pretty lucky. Wow, beautiful. I can't do a Trump impression, but beautiful architecture. I got one voice. I got one dang voice, dude. But a lot of things feel good to say. Feels good to be nice. Feels good to tell the truth. Feels good to be, a good person. The problem is, dude, some people don't appreciate when you're kind. They don't. And I understand, dude. I always try to understand why people are assholes or why they're having a bad time or they're suffering. That's the truth. Most people are just suffering. A lot of people are. Like I was driving, like I said, to Beaver, Utah, dude. And I got moments of road rage when you're trying to get over to the next lane and you got your blinker on and people speed up. Oh, dude. I get so upset, dude. I get so upset. I'm all this fucking person. Someone did that to me. And later on down the road, they wanted to get into my lane. I'm all, oh, no, sorry. I'm returning the favor. You're not going to. I'm like, dude, I'm an asshole right now. But, how else are they going to learn a lesson if I don't teach them? They wouldn't let me over. Why the hell would I let them over? I should have done the nice thing. But I was like, nah, screw you. I remember what you did to me. You wouldn't let me over. But it feels good, like when you open a door for people or you talk to them, you have some small talk. A lot of people just need someone to talk to, I think, in life. That's why AI is crazy. Robots are going to be crazy. It'll be good for some people, but humans need humans. They need that social connection, but that's been drained out of us. We find like a replicant of it, It's like when they give you a medicine and the medicine is concocted from something natural in your environment, but the medicine's bad for you. You know what I mean? But if you took the thing that was natural in your environment, that's not as bad for you. And that's the thing. That's like what social media is. It's like a replicant. It's not as good as the real thing, Human interactions, they are the best thing. But then you get too much of it. You're like, oh, dude, I can't stand other people. You're at like a family gathering for 2 hours. You're like, I got to get out of here. I'm good. I'm good for a year. It's like small doses. When you're young, dude, I think when you're young, you thrive around being other people. And then when you get older, you're like, I got my family. 1 to 2 interactions, 3 interactions, at most a month with other people. And you're set, dude. You're set. But when you're young, it's like, I got to hang out with my friends. I got to be around people who aren't my family. I want to hear different ideas. I want to hear different thoughts. Because you're growing. You're trying to understand the world. That's why I think the internet is more addicting when you, it's ultimately addicting no matter what, but when you're young and your brain's trying to still build a world schema, you're like, I need this constant download of the internet, of other people's thoughts, other people's ideas, which is one thing I think we really have lost is just the individual thought that people have. And the collective thought is growing and growing and growing. Where before, I feel like people would grow up and they'd have their individual thoughts and then they'd join the collective society and bring their individual thoughts. Now people are growing up in the collective thought. Now nobody really has individual ideas. They were propagandized at a young age. They were indoctrinated by the internet at a young age. Like, they never even had a chance to have an individual thought. Not an original thought, but just their own thought. Just their own ideas. They never had time to sit by themselves and think like, oh, shit. What do I think? And they never developed that skill set, thinking by themselves. And then because they don't know how to think by themselves, they're always relying on other people to think for them. What should be my opinion about the current climate, the situation of the world? I can't make up my own mind. I'll just find someone else's ideas and then I'll take them. I'm like a hermit crab. That's what a lot of people are. They're just dang old hermit crabs. They don't have their own ideas. They just go from one shell to another shell, and then they present that as their own thoughts and ideas. I've been guilty of hermit crab thinking before. And once you're aware of it, you could see it in other people too. Like, hey, those aren't your thoughts, buddy. I know those thoughts. I know where they came from. That's just a shell. It's not even you. That's not even your thoughts. Not even you. You're in somebody else's shell right now. What thoughts do you have about the situation? You know, beautiful world though. A lot of things feel good to say. It feels good to say I'm grateful for everybody here today. Thank you so much for watching, spending some time with me. God bless you all, dude. Couldn't be more thankful. Really feel blessed. Shout out to Pale Horse Rider. First Apple computer cost $666. Bite into the Apple. That's wild. I didn't know it cost that much. I had hermit crabs for pets as a kid. You're tapping the glass. Get in your new shell. You're gonna love it. It's like a mansion. That's cool, dude. What's up, Twiz the Beat Pro? Good to see you. Do not be the teacher of arrogance, Provo. It's true. The teacher of arrogance. Ooh. Was I doing that for a moment? Was I doing it? Try working with people. Yeah, working with people stuff. It's amazing. But, you know, God bless you all. I couldn't be more grateful. You guys are awesome. But I got to end the show. I got things to attend to. What's going on here? Oh well. So I had a song lined up. And now I can't find it, dude. I can't find the song I was gonna play. Oh well. What should it be, huh? What should it be? God bless you all. Thank you again so much, everybody. I'm just gonna stand here awkwardly while I freaking look for music. What a way to end the show. That sucks. Whatever, dude. Here we go. Sorry about this. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Oh, I was gonna play Lord of the Rings, dude. If you want it, dude, that's my favorite. All right, a Lord of the Rings song. You convinced me, dude. Fair enough. Good selection. I'll do it. You got me. I'll do it.
that which is rightfully ours.